Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Taking a quick look here at Polkadot, seeing what's going on with this champion of a coin. We're going to see if we're planning to pull back. We're going to keep establishing higher highs and higher lows. It's a nice little pattern we have here, honestly. It's looking very, very good, very healthy. Let's go ahead and draw a trend line out here, kind of see where we're going to go next, because it is establishing itself and working well within these fib levels. So let's go ahead and discuss that. We're also going to take a quick look at the back end data here as well for the liquidation. We'll just jump right into that first, because I think it's important to kind of set the foundation here with this, because liquidation levels are like common targets for whales, because again, they like to just wipe out all the competition so they can move the price action where they want. It's very malicious, but it's extremely normal. Okay, you get kind of used to it. I hate to say I'm desensitized by now, but it's like, oh, okay, there's millions of dollars in liquidation right there. No big deal. They're just going to get smashed here in a moment. Anyways, that's not exactly the case. It doesn't always work out that exact way, but we can see here that there's a heavy concentration, about $8.27. So if you're in at 827 for liquidation on your long position, you're either A, too much leverage, because you shouldn't have a liquidation level there. It should be much further down if you're using proper risk tolerance, or you have high leverage and you're about to get smashed. Okay, so again, it's not a guarantee. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but the likelihood is higher based on the fact that there's more concentration below the price action. We're closer to that than there is the inverse as well. Okay, there is some liquidation at about 960, but seems like it's pretty indicative there that 829 mark is going to be hit first. Okay, so again, not a guarantee, but let's go ahead and see if that's a possibility here. Before we do, got to celebrate the positive here. This is a phenomenal day here for us. SKL 153% in 4 trading days. That's a nice solid trade. A little older trade here, roughly 1 month, 125% from ARB. OP, all targets achieved, 143 in 15 days. Matic took about a month and 7 days, 102% there. And then we had a separate trade, 18 days, 56%. You can kind of see the common theme here, just chunking away with the profit there. Awesome stuff. And if you take a look here too as well, ETH and BNB have been just knocking the socks off for our trading bot here. Again, Premium Plus is my day trading bot that I created with my day trading strategy. Premium is effectively my swing trades that I send out after I analyze videos. So just to clarify the difference between the two, I manually handle the premium group where the bot basically takes care of everything else for me. I don't choose to day trade anymore, so that's why I have that bot there for my Premium Plus members. Okay, so with DOT, now that we understand specifically where we're at with liquidation, let's go ahead and take a look at the big picture and work our way down. Kind of see what's going on. So in the big picture, we're not in bad shape here. We're still above the ascending trend. Okay, so long-term trend line, check mark, looking good there. Okay, you can kind of see that. If we take a look at some other indicators here too, we can kind of see that we're treading water close to 70 on the RSI, money flow index. The stochastic RSI is diverging, but it hasn't fully diverged yet. So we don't want to kind of, run around the streets saying that the sky is falling yet, but it's transitioning towards that, if you will. Same thing here with the MACD. Hasn't fully diverged yet, but it's losing its momentum. So this downtrend could be a little bit stronger than we'd like. We're not sure yet, of course. We're still early, but the daily time frame is kind of telling us that is a potential reality, right? So if we take a look at that, TD sequential, we're up to a 7. Hypothetically, we got another 2 to 5 days of further upside before the price pulls back. You look at DOT's previous history, it hit a 9, considered basically continued sideways, consolidated rather, for about a week, pulled back, and then yanked up. Okay, so hypothetically, we get the same exact scenario here. Oops, that's not the one. Oh, no, that's not it either. Sorry, guys. I can't figure this out. Okay, anyways, what I'm trying to get at is the fact that, there we go, there it is. There we go. Okay, it might look a little something like this if the price action goes up here to that level. All right, what I'm trying to say is that there's no guarantees it's going to go further from here, but it's not necessarily meaning it's going to drop either. Okay, when you have these periods of consolidation followed by drops like that bounce off key fib levels, it's something that we want to evaluate a little bit later. Okay, so let's take a quick look at this here a little bit later. Did I get all of them? There we go. All right. So taking a look on the 4-hour time frame, we want to clarify a couple things here. We're diverging on stochastic RSI, telling us we shifted momentum. We're testing 50 on the RSI, which hasn't, it's proven to hold so far. But again, the more likely you are to move down based on the more often you test a level. So in this case, we are probably going to see the price continue lower. The money flow index is dropping as well. So I'm not saying we should short, but I am saying that this uptrend may be a false positive here, which happens quite often in trading, where the price action overextends itself by too much. It continues on, these kind of patterns. Okay, so The key takeaway here is that we got this volume resistance at about 885 with the liquidation levels below the price action and all of these indications telling us the price is going to continue lower or more likely to. That leads me to believe that you'll have more success going down than you will up with this coin. You got to recognize too, a lot of this hinges on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is performing fairly well with its recovery here. Okay, so if that continues to go up and Bitcoin dominance goes up, then we can experience some pullbacks for some altcoins. Now, I'm not saying that is the case, but that's something to pay attention to and look for. We're also under the 20-day SMA on the 4-hour too. We got rejected there. A few coins are actually doing this, Solana being one of them, stuck under the 20-day SMA. So what does that mean for us here? Well, let's take a look at the hourly and see if we got any confirmation on uptrend or if we should get out of our trades if you have one. Okay, got news for you folks. You should have been out of your long trade position a while ago. We've been under the cloud for about 24 to 48 hours. We've got the conversion line below the baseline, that's bearish, and as well as the fact the lagging span is not free and clear. So there's literally no signs here to take a long or a short. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you should close your entire long position. It just implies you probably should have taken some profit by now. And if you're part of my trading community, you would have known by now to have taken profit. I don't teach greed, I teach traders, right? So try not to be uber greedy here. I know a lot of folks are trying to hold to the moon. That's really not that's not how trading works, okay? If you're trying to build this up to be 1,000% return so you can post on Twitter, Telegram, or Discord and show everybody how badass you are, you're doing it wrong. Trading should be isolated, it should be for you, and it should not be something you're trying to boast about. And top of that, unfortunately, the trend right now in crypto seems to be how much leverage can I use and how much gains can I share. So just try to break away from that. I'm just kind of throwing it out there because I think while I did share with you our trades, those are 5 to 6x leverage trades. You got to understand that. We're getting 100 and some odd % within a month or less on a majority of 5x leverage trades. That to me is solid growth. It's a stable foundation you can build on. It's not one of these crazy get rich quick things. Okay. There's no such thing, honestly, in my personal opinion, but you can go ahead and prove me wrong if you want. Anyways, the long story short here is that you should not take a long position. We got to wait for confirmation for a short, even though we're kind of closer to that and leaning more towards a short being viable. I'm not willing to take a short because I don't have all the check marks that I need right now. Okay, that's again what I'm thinking here. So if you're new to the channel, maybe you're not, make sure you check this out too. It's exclusive offer before year end. Bitunix exchange is offering healthy benefit rewards if you use my link to register. And it's only available until December 31st. So be sure to check it out. Awesome stuff here. More information is available in our Discord. We have a promo section here with any kind of promotions that we have in a community. But there's also a Bitunix section here too if you're curious on how the exchange works. It's a very, very good exchange. Very solid. My favorite by far. So that's all I have for you folks. Thanks again so much for watching. We will look forward to seeing the next video. Do me a solid. Like the video if you found benefit. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next one. Take care.